Welcome to the Mojo Dojo Theater. This is probably one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. These are top notch, the highest grain leather couches in here, very expensive. 125-inch screen. It is transparent acoustically, so there's actually speakers, 2 giant towers, and 1 center speaker. Behind there is dual firing subwoofers here. This thing definitely rocks. You have to almost turn it down because this would be too much. You have 2 overhead Atmos speakers, and then you have your surrounds, and then you have your rear surrounds. The theater has its own independent heating and cooling system here, which can be adjusted with all electronics and people. Sometimes it gets a little hot. Here's are some of the different products. The speakers are Golden Ear. The receiver is a Marantz, and obviously it's all tuned to be Atmos. All the remotes are back here. So you have your Fire TV, Apple TV. This one here is for the sound, as it says Marantz. There's different inputs here, so there'll be different ones here for the PlayStation or the Apple TV. So you can click through those and find out what you want to do. And then here's the theater remote. For the most part, you're just going to turn it on. There are some adjustments here that are preset for different lighting that you may want to have it off. One of the nice things about a theater is that the light is not shining in your eyes. It's bouncing off the screen, so it's much nicer in the head. We have our PlayStation here, and should be 3 controllers. I can only find 2 right now. There's a red one floating around here somewhere. And then you have your box. It's best not to go in the box. It should be locked or at least shut at all times. There's no need to. You guys can obviously eat and drink in here, but just be careful, as this is kind of really high-end stuff. There's about $40,000 in furniture and electronics in here, and so definitely not a room for little kids to play in, but for your pleasure. There's 2 small beanbag chairs here, and then there's the other chair back here, which are now back here. People kind of move stuff back and forth. These actually I keep in the theater. They're pretty heavy, but you can roll them over. Inside of these are actually queen mattresses. And so what we've done is we've bought foldable queen frames. So there's one here, and there's another one back there. And so if you want to have 2 extra beds, you can put the queen beds, one here and one there, and then you can unzip those bags, and you can put it on top, and there's extra sheets downstairs in the laundry room. There's also a couple blow-up mattresses here, and then there's another gray one downstairs, which is my favorite one. It's a king-size bed, and it has a, it stands off the ground, so it's got its own built-in frame, so it's a little bit nicer than your typical air mattress. Under here is your pool table, so there's a protector on there, and then there's your actual boards. So if you pull those off, you can set them over here nicely, or over here, just be kind of gentle, don't scratch them up. But there's your pool table, all your sticks over here, chalk, your triangle and cloths. If you want to, on the theater remote, there's 2 zones that we have set up. There is your, if you see right here, it says zone control on the remote here. On the top next to the power button, it says main and Z2, Z3. I forget which one it is, but if you turn main, you click main, and then you click your device you want to watch. So let's say you want to watch the game, so you hit PlayStation game. And I'm not sure if they're set up perfectly to kind of look, but if you hit game, then you want to hit Z2 and hit game, it will control the other input. And so if you're watching a movie or playing a game, you can watch it on both this screen and out here at the same time. And then you just change the input on this TV to one of the other HDMIs. So it's kind of cool. If you're watching a movie, you have like the people who want to talk out here and be noisy, and then the people here that want to be a little bit more dedicated and sit down and watch a movie. It also allows there to be more seating, as you can have 4 a couple bean bags. We have 8 to 9 here sometimes on the floor. The kids just sit, I don't know why, but they just sit right next to the TV screen, and then you can have a couple more out here, watch the movie, playing pool. And so it's set up to be pretty cool. But I just wanted to do a tutorial. It's a little bit more complicated than your traditional setup. On the Apple TV, there's a couple logins. You're welcome to use ours or use your own. I think there's Netflix and Amazon, a couple others, or you're welcome to change it. I don't care. Just take care of the theater, treat it as your own. Always just be careful with the kids. It's a nice dock. We want to keep it nice and for future use. So thank you so much for staying with us and being a guest. Hopefully that makes sense. If for some reason you are struggling with any of the stuff, just feel free to send us a message and we'll do the best we can to accommodate you and walk you through how any of it works. But the younger lads, they seem to get it. Also inside of here, these armrests, if you open these up, there are tray tables, so you can pull these out, and then there's little knobs here, and you can set them right there.